I went to work in Chicago at Zenith Corporation, and we made televisions. They used to have a slogan that the quality goes in before the name goes on, and I was part of the quality, which is a scary thought. And so I did that, and I hung out and did the things that we do in community activities. And so you got to know that when you talk about doing things in Chicago or as a grassroots person, you know, you don't do that all day. You know, just like when you go to work, you don't work all, you know, so 3 or 4 hours you may, you know, work with the ABC, the American Boys Commonwealth, or the BBR, the Boys Brotherhood Republic, or those kinds of things. But the rest of the time is you just, you know, you can have a job, you can go to the pool hall, you can do all that kind of stuff. And one of the things that had been happening is that recruiters had encouraged inner city kids to join special forces, because this was the fodder for the war. These are the folks that you sit in the most dangerous situations. And literally, sometimes it felt like every week, and I'll try not to get emotional about this, but it felt like, I mean, people continued to come back just screwed up, just physically, mentally damaged from being a guy who drove a fuel truck in Vietnam. I mean, can you imagine driving a fuel truck with people with rockets and guns and stuff shooting? You know, I mean, the armament on the vehicles that we have in Iraq now are not bulletproof. Can you imagine what, you know, so, I mean, people came back with emotionally disturbed, emotional issues as well as physical issues. And, you know, Ali was against the war, other issues. I mean, politically, I mean, what sense does that make? I mean, you know, you don't have to be one of the premier thinkers and be able to put together an eloquent prosecution of the war. The question is, you know, I mean, America's not under assault. I mean, there's no Vietnamese Air Force flying over the city of Chicago. There is, you know, what is this all about? Why, where are our interests? And who are these people that are vilified in such a way that we recognize that vilification, because that same vilification is pushed to African American people. And I mean, so, you know, at some point, you know, if you don't intellectualize it, you feel it emotionally, that this is not a reasonable thing to do. I clearly, and the people that I played basketball with, the people that I worked in community organizations with, the people that I socialized with, all understood the war. All I can tell you, once we saw young people that I had gone to school with, that I had played basketball with, come back in physical disarray or mental, with mental and emotional issues. I mean, that's not something that, you know, we were not patriots, you know, we're going to fight for what?